Hello and welcome. I'm Neo, your facilitator of this technical illustration. In this video, we'll explore how you can use Power Query in Excel to perform reinsurance administration tasks with a focus on calculating reinsurance premiums. We'll walk through some straightforward examples to show you just how easy and efficient this process can be. Let's get started and see how Power Query can simplify your work. If you're an actuary or a professional dealing with substantial data files, Power Query offers a streamlined solution that allows you to handle your data without the need to load it directly into a spreadsheet. This capability not only saves time, but also optimizes the efficiency of your data operations. More importantly, Power Query is readily available in Excel, making it an accessible tool for those seeking a technique that is both easy to use and acquire. Whether you're performing basic data manipulation or preparing data for analysis, Power Query simplifies the process with intuitive, wizard-like options. Even if you're not familiar with the M language, which underpins Power Query, you'll find that you can still achieve impressive results with minimal effort. Now, let's shift gears and take a closer look at the illustration you'll see in this video. We're diving into a scenario that involves some straightforward reinsurance premium calculations, which is done on a monthly basis. Here's the setup. We're working with monthly in-force policy data, which provides the foundation for our calculations. The focus is on 3 distinct reinsurance treaties. Each of these treaties covers policies associated with different plan codes, so we're dealing with a bit of variety here. What makes this interesting is that each treaty has its own unique parameters. We're talking about different retention levels, varying quota share percentages, and distinct reinsurance premium rates. In other words, each treaty has its own set of rules that dictate how the premiums are calculated and how the risk is shared between the insurer and the reinsurer. With the template used in this illustration, you're not just limited to a single reporting period. It can be reused for different reporting months simply by changing the reporting date. This flexibility allows you to apply the same query setup across multiple periods, ensuring consistency and efficiency in your reinsurance calculations. To explore the query setup in this template, start by opening the Queries and Connections pane under the Data tab. There's a query named Calculation that's already set up in this template. Let's begin by calculating the reinsurance premiums for Treaty 1. On the screen, you'll notice that when I select Treaty 1, from the drop-down list, the parameters are automatically updated. Next, I'll refresh the calculations by simply clicking the Refresh button. We'll need to wait for a few seconds as Power Query loads the policy data and refreshes the calculations based on the parameters associated with Treaty 1. Once Excel has finished refreshing the query, the detailed results for Treaty 1 will be loaded into the Details sheet. At the same time, the summary table on the input sheet is automatically updated to reflect the results for Treaty 1. In the same way, we can calculate the reinsurance premium for Treaty 3. Simply select Treaty 3 from the drop-down list and refresh the query. Excel will then update the results with the new data for Treaty 3 appearing in both the Details sheet and the summary table on the input sheet. If you don't require the detailed results, you can streamline your output by using Power Query to summarize the results. This allows you to quickly sum up the reinsured amounts and reinsurance premiums by plan code. Now, let's move to the second part of this illustration, which you can see how you can use the template for different reporting months. For periodic calculations and reporting, it's common practice to set up a template that can be reused for different reporting months. To demonstrate, I'll first copy the December 2023 results before refreshing the calculations. Next, I'll change the calculation date to January 2024 and click the Refresh button under Queries and Connections pane. Similar to what we have done in refreshing calculations for Treaty 1, we'll need to wait a few seconds as Excel loads the new policy data file for January 2024 and updates the calculations. When you navigate to Summary Sheet, you can see the summary table has now been updated with the results for January 2024. This process is straightforward and efficient, allowing you to update your reports without needing to make tedious modifications to the template. If you're curious about how the query is set up, you can view the details in the Power Query editor. To do this, simply point to the query and click Edit. As you can see on the screen, Power Query lets you navigate through each step of the query individually. For those who are more technically inclined, you can dive deeper by opening the Advanced Editor to view the code written in M language. To wrap things up, we've seen how Power Query in Excel can be a powerful tool for reinsurance administration, especially when it comes to calculating reinsurance premiums. From setting up templates for different reporting months to refreshing calculations with new data, Power Query makes these tasks both efficient and straightforward. By leveraging this tool, you can handle large datasets, automate repetitive tasks, and ensure accuracy across your reports. Whether you're working with detailed data or just need a summary, Power Query provides the flexibility and ease of use that can enhance your workflow. Thank you for joining me in this exploration of Power Query. I hope you found this walkthrough helpful and allow you to explore different techniques in your work.